Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. Just wanted to know, who are you going to be voting for? And I just wanted to remind you that Biden rescued the economy and changed the course of the pandemic. The price of gasoline would be a lot higher if it wasn't for President Biden. And we all know that when gasoline prices go up, all prices go up. 2 years ago, the Biden administration sold 180 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to counteract oil increasing prices caused by Putin declaring war on Ukraine. And then Biden sold the oil to the open market and stabilized oil prices. Perfect, right? Well, OPEC, Russia, and Saudi Arabia, they cut the oil production. They're trying to raise oil prices, but it didn't happen thanks to President Biden. That was 2 years ago. Gasoline actually went down about 40 cents a gallon at that time. And when the oil prices dropped, then the Biden administration started restocking the oil reserves, and they made a $66 million profit. And you think he's not on his game? He's a very smart trader. He's a very smart president. And since Biden took office, 15 million jobs have been created. Unemployment is down to 4%. And with all the gridlock in Congress, Biden has actually gotten a lot done. Wages are up. The economists expect them to grow at 3.8%. Federal workers and contractors, now minimum wage is $15 an hour. Biden enacted the Inflation Reduction Act, and by 2030, we won't be depending on fossil fuels anymore that pollute the earth. Electric cost from clean energy sources like wind turbines, solar energy will reduce everybody's electric bill. All the cost of electricity will go down. Won't that be wonderful? I know I could use a little relief in the electricity department for sure, because it gets really hot here. But not only that, but this has created 1 million jobs also. And there are all kinds of programs and grants that will help low-income families receive free, low-cost weatherization to make their homes more energy efficient. And rural communities will receive funding for drought and for wildfires. With Biden, the United States rejoined the Paris Climate Accord also. Remember that. Trump took us out of that. And there is so much more. I encourage you to go check it out for yourself. You could be receiving help. Infrastructure investments made in 50 different states help rebuild highways, bridges, and rails. 16 million households are receiving low-cost or free high-speed internet through the connectivity program. Prescription drugs for seniors cap out at $2,000. Insulin is now $35. Vaccines are free. And the Republicans voted against the Inflation Reduction Act, every single one of them, that lowers drug costs, lowers energy costs. They voted no on reducing the deficit. They voted no on big corporations paying their fair share. They voted no on lowering health insurance premiums. Republicans voted no on the right to contraception bill here recently. Ladies, they will take away your right not to get pregnant. And you have the right to decide how and when you want to expand your family. Biden protected our veterans by expanding the PACT Act. All veterans that were exposed to toxins can now enroll directly to VA healthcare without having to apply for benefits. So, it can take extremely long time to apply for any benefits, but now they can just roll in there and get the health care. The Bipartisan Safer Community Acts ensures that anyone between the ages of 18 and 21 that's buying a gun will have to go under an expanded background check that includes a review of juvenile records. It provides states funding to improve mental health records and crisis management. And now gun trafficking is a federal crime. Biden signed in the Respect for Marriage Act to ensure that all states recognize same-sex marriages and to constitutionally protect all marriages, even if they're from another state. I know the LGBTQ will not be voting Republican, but I urge all Americans to support their friends and their loved ones and vote blue to protect the rights of all Americans, no matter who they love. Biden issued an executive order to protect reproductive rights, to protect a woman's privacy, and the freedom to travel out of state to receive reproductive care. Student debt relief, that's one that the Republicans really hate and have done everything in their power to strike down and get rid of. Even the Supreme Court has voted to strike down the Student Loan Forgiveness Act. Republicans like to keep their constituents uneducated and poor. So there's no help on forgiving school loans. There's not much help there because it's been stricken down, but there are programs implemented to help lower loan payments and lower interest rates. We need to vote blue all the way down the ticket to ensure student debt relief can be passed in 2025, because this will help your children, this will help your grandchildren. President Biden pardoned all the people put in federal jail for smoking a joint, for marijuana possession, for simple marijuana possession. And he's urged all the governors of the states to do the same. Biden reformed federal law enforcement agency to ban chokeholds, to restrict knock warrants, to use, officers to use body cameras, and including the duty to intervene and the duty to render medical aid. Also, de-escalation training and reporting misconduct of officers. Biden's CHIPS and Science Act lays the foundation for industries and technology advancement. So 50 semiconductor plants are being built in the United States. So we'll never have to depend on another country for semiconductors. Now, that's that little chip that's in your cell phone, your laptop, your router, and all kinds of electronic devices. And we need those. And we've had to depend on other countries to make them and to ship them. And during the pandemic time, it was a backlog of them. And we really slowed down on all our capabilities and technology because we didn't have the semiconductors. So now we're going to have them. So all other technologies the U.S. will be advancing in is STEM technology and training, biotechnology, advanced manufacturing that will create good paying jobs. Companies have already invested like about $300 billion. Artificial technology also, AI, communications, cyber infrastructure, advanced computing, cybersecurity, disaster risk, energy technology, quantum information, semiconductors, we already said that, and microelectronics. And as for the immigration issues that everybody's so concerned with, You know, Biden has taken over 500 executive actions on immigration. And why is that? That's because Congress cannot come together. You know, the Republicans will not pass any laws that are needed to help the immigration situation. Republicans continue to derail immigration reform, and they want you all to believe that all those coming to the United States, that they're all criminals or, you know, have diseases or from mental institutions or whatever. But the immigrants are looking for a better life. That's what they're here for. You know, all of us immigrated here from somewhere, honestly. Unless you're a Native American, you immigrated here. Your family's immigrated here. Immigration is very, very complex. You know, it's very difficult for a person to come here legally. So a lot of people try to cross the borders illegally because it can take years and years to do it legally. You think our tax code is complex? Try reading the immigration laws. They're even worse. For those of you that think immigrants are using our welfare system, well, they use it significantly less than native-born Americans do. We are the land of the free and the home of the brave. Of course, everybody wants to live here. Of course, they want to come here. We are the beacon of hope for so many. Don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid. That, you know, you should have learned that in preschool. And know that we are stronger united together. I want to live in a country that protects freedom, that welcomes immigrants, and has a president with integrity, that is honest, kind, and understands how it feels to struggle. Joe Biden is compassionate, well-respected, well-meaning, supportive of all, male, female, race, religion, political affiliation. He's the president for everybody. Most of all, he wants this country to succeed, and that means he wants you to succeed. And it's so important that you vote blue down the entire ticket so we can end this gridlock in Congress and we can restore women's rights and protect democracy. And that's why I'm voting for Joe Biden, for you and your family. I'm voting for Joe Biden, for democracy and for the future of the United States of America. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you.